Hello and welcome to this week's science video. This week we are going to be looking at objects that float or sink. So this is a nice easy experiment that you can do at home. So when something floats, it doesn't go down to the bottom of the bowl. So for this you'll need a bowl full of water and then some different objects that you might find that are safe to go into water. So I've just put an apple in, and as you can see I've put the apple in and it floats to the top. Now this apple is quite heavy. And this apple is heavy. Now the reason why this apple floats is because it has a low density. So low density is when the small molecules of an object are loose. And objects that sink have molecules that are tight together. So I've got a fork. I'm going to put that into the water. Do you think it's going to sink or float? And the fork, has sunk. So that means that it has a high density. Now, I have a water bottle. And if I was to put this into the water, it's beginning to float, but I think because it has so much water in, because it's full, it is also sinking at the same time, but it is trying to float. So I wonder how for this experiment, I could make this bottle of water float. Perhaps I need a bigger bottle of water, or a smaller bottle of water. Perhaps I need to put more water into the bowl, or I need a bigger bowl. How about if I emptied some of the contents of the water bottle? Would it float there? Something else I'd like to share with you. Do you think that the plum would float? Just like the apple did. So let's find out. So put the plum in the water and it has gone straight down to the bottom, so it has sunk. So does that mean that the plum has a higher or lower density than the apple? Then find different objects around your house to just explore the different densities of them. See if you can find anything cool that you kind of predicted might not happen, but did. So I've just put some kitchen roll in. And because it's really light, I expected it to float. But actually, it did float. But now it's wet. Do you think it will now float in the water? Or do you think it might sink? So it's still floating on the top. So have a look around your house for different objects that you could find. Make a prediction, just like we did last week, and see the density of the objects, whether they have a big density or a small density, and just have fun exploring all of the different objects and seeing how they act when put into water. So really look forward to seeing all of your fun science. So have a go at this experiment this week and see which objects you can find. Perhaps you might find some surprises.